Up to now, we've mostly studied the individual mind, how it perceives, learns, remembers, and feels. But no mind exists in isolation. We are profoundly social creatures, and social psychology studies how we think about, influence, and relate to one another. It often delivers the most unsettling findings in the whole field because it shows how much of our behavior is driven by the situation rather than by who we think we are. Let's start with how we make sense of other people. Every day we're explaining behavior. Why did she snap at me? Why did he show up late? The mental process of explaining the causes of behavior is called attribution. And broadly, we can attribute a behavior to one of two things. We can make a dispositional attribution, blaming the person's character or personality, or a situational attribution, pointing to the circumstances they were in. Here's where we go systematically wrong. We have a powerful tendency, when judging others, to overestimate personality and underestimate the situation. This is the fundamental attribution error. Someone cuts you off in traffic, and you conclude they're a reckless jerk, a dispositional attribution. You don't consider that they might be rushing to a hospital. We leap to character and ignore circumstance. But notice what happens when the tables turn. When you cut someone off, you know it's because you're having an awful day. A situational explanation. This asymmetry has a name, the actor-observer effect. For others, it's who they are. For ourselves, it's the situation we're in. And there's a self-flattering twist on top of it. We tend to take personal credit for our successes, but blame outside forces for our failures. Ace the test and it's your brilliance. Fail it and the test was unfair. That's the self-serving bias, and it quietly protects our self-esteem. There's also a darker pattern called the just world hypothesis, the comforting but dangerous belief that people get what they deserve. It can slide into blaming victims for their misfortune, because if the world is fair, they must have done something to earn it. These biases aren't signs of stupidity. They're efficient mental shortcuts that usually serve us well enough, but they systematically distort how we read each other, and our judgments of others connect tightly to our broader attitudes. In the next segment, we'll look at what attitudes are and the surprising ways they get changed, sometimes by our own behavior.